So again, let me power on this machine, and you have your clones ready, right? And you know the IP addresses of each clone, correct?
Cloning concept we didn't discuss, Jishan.
Actually, I think I told it 5 minutes ago. The power of your machine, virtual machine. Whenever I'm saying, I'm talking about the virtual machine. So nobody will ever shut down their host OS, the Windows machine. So everybody knows the IP address. Harshda, I will tell you in a minute. Shut down your VM. Right click it, go into the manage, and make a clone.
First of all, I need to power off, right?
Yes.
Okay. Power off. Okay. Now.
Right click, manage, clone.
Okay.
Next. Create a full clone, not linked clone. Okay.
The current state in virtual machine. Next.
Yes. Then
create
full clone.
Okay, full clone. Next.
Virtual
machine name. Okay. Finish.
Send. Virtual machine name. I am saying it. Centos
Clone
7. Centos 760 board with -2, and the directory will be Control-C.
Can I keep it as it is? Say a clone of Centos 7.
Oh, yeah, you can do it.
Okay, finish.
I mean, I have a lot of machines, so I prefer it to name it, because so that I know which machines clone, or because I will destroy it later.
Yeah, it's done. Yes, it's there.
Okay. Finish. So power on both the machines.
Okay.
And if someone is having issue in powering on, you can change the memory from 2 GB to 1 GB. If someone has issue with the RAM. So now you all have 2 machines with different IP addresses. So first of all, from your host machine, ping both the IPs and check if the networking is okay, so that we can continue.
So it's only one digit or one number of difference. It's over.
Because DHCP assigns in a sequence.
Yeah, the last update number 133. It says 133 and 12.
So you can ping it, right?
Yeah, I'll just do it right away.
Okay, so
cannot connect the virtual device ID one because no corresponding device is available on the host.
Okay, ignore the warning and try to power on.
Do you want me to try connect this virtual device every time you power on the virtual machine? Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I started first. So simultaneously we can start second one too, right?
Yes.
Or like
no, you can do anything. You can start 100 machines at a time if your laptop is powerful enough. Like in our data center, on a single machine, we probably run 200 machines on a single box.
Oh.
And they are all in
production. So how can we start like together? Is it possible, Rishan? Like, or like if all 100 machines we have to go like separately?
Yes. No, we can do it because it's the hypervisor is managing everything. And it's a single hard disk on our laptop. But in production environment, we usually have SAN. SAN is actually it's a storage area network. What's a storage area network? It just provides a storage. I mean, my storage. I mean, the Google and Amazon, they have very big storages, but in my office, our storage is, I guess, 2 petabyte. From gigabyte, you go to terabyte, and then you go to petabyte or petabyte. So it's very big and very efficient storage, so it can handle the load of all the machines simultaneously.
Can we launch 250 individually?
Sorry, come again?
Your voice is too low.
Okay, now.
That's better. Yeah.
So I ping the IP addresses individually for the clone,
and they're working, right?
Yeah, and I launched the putty app. I mean putty
for both the machines. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. So now what you can do is I can send you a document. I mean, I prepared it so that I hope it's very.
Send ping. 10.0. Okay.
Okay. So
Jishan, I already pinged my previous Centos, right?
But you cannot ping the new one, right?
Yeah, so I just pinged the new one. So is that fine, right? I mean,
yes, you should know the IP address of the new machine first.
Yeah, so just one time we have to ping, right? Not every time.
No, just so you know
I
that
mean, if we have the same IP address, then right, we just one time.
Mostly it's the IP address remains the same, and you don't need to ping it again. Okay. So I was telling you that you have two machines running and on your physical machine, and they are both working in independent space, and they're working fine. Okay. Now use the command set. Sorry, host name ctl set host name to host1.com, whatever. Host1.com. And one more thing, I guess. Settings. Here, let's change to 20. Like this. Let me see the IP address of my second machine.
Sorry, Jishan, I'm little behind.
Okay.
So through Putty, I need to, which host name, like IP address, like my first machine or clone?
First machine.
Okay,
because it was your host one, okay? It was your machine one, so we will call it host one.
Host one, okay.
Or host1.com or whatever. So we normally give it a domain name. Domain is like your organization, it can be your organization name or whatever. So we are calling it host1.com, ITSS. So my machine security IP address is 130. Okay, fine. So what we can do is we can log in. We can do SSH root @192.168.255.130. Okay. And this is the IP of my second machine. Enter. When you connect your machine through PuTTY, it will give you the same warning. Do you want to continue? Yes. Enter. And it is asking, okay, take your time.
On my first machine, okay, I log in. So is there any command?
Yes, Control C. You log into your machine.
For my host machine, not clone machine.
No, your first virtual machine.
Yeah, now I log in.
And first, you set the host name like hostname CTL, and always try to type HOS tab, then complete tab, then complete tab. So it will be easy.
Okay, well, host name CTL means you named host.
Yes, I have like changed the host name to my host name, host1.
Okay, so for that, which command I need to type?
Hostname CTL. Oh, my screen is there. Hostname CTL space set hostname and space host1.
Hostname MCTL. CT1, right?
CTL.
L. Oh.
So I'm if you write CT and press tab, it will automatically write L.
Host name space
set hyphen host name
host1.com.
Host1.com.
Enter.
Good.
Okay, good.
Okay, and then next SSH root
@192.168. I mean, it's my other machine's IP address, so you can use yours.
Okay, now we are connecting to clone machine.
Yes.
Through SSH root at 10.0.0.48. My clone machine.
Yes.
IDs.
Press enter. It will try to connect.
Okay, the authenticity of host.
It will give you a warning.
Can't be satisfied.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to continue connecting?
Yes. Type yes. And press enter. It will prompt for password.
Password, okay.
The password of your machine, because it's a clone, so the password will remain the same.
Okay, so root 123.
And in the second machine, set I think I made a clone after setting my host name, so I will change the set. Host name CTL set host host name host2.com exit host1.com.
So here we are just rename it, right? I mean,
yes, for our understanding, and you have gone into the second machine.
Now I'm following you, host2.com.
Okay. So in the second machine or in the first machine?
First machine is done.
First machine, go into the second machine and set the host name to host2.com. Yeah. Anybody else having any problem?
Yeah, I have a problem. It says connection refused.
And then exit, right?
Yes, then exit. Muslim, connection refused?
Yeah, connection refused. I'll share you my screen.
Yes.
Oh, it's log out and connection close.
Stop, yes. Let me. So, no, you are SSH root when I do connection refused.
Okay. Sorry, SSH. I messed up with the IP.
Root at the rate
192 instead of 192, I write 190.
192.168.
Your voice is too low.
132.133.
Okay. 190 is, wait a minute, Mohsin. Connection refused. It means there is a IP in the world somewhere 190.168.132.133. You try to connect that and that refused you.
Maybe he is getting confused. What happened? Am I getting hacked?
But no.
Okay.
We always get it.
So he says
like that. Yes. Password. Host name CTL. No. Host name CTL is a single word. Tab. Always use tab. Space. Now you cannot use tab. Space. Set hyphen host name. Space. Host2.com. Press enter. I'll take a picture of it. The screen is recorded, don't worry.
Yeah, but
hello, hi sir.
Hi, who's there?
Yeah, see here, sir. Sorry for yesterday I have not connected. I was traveling. So.
And you joined late today, right? Or if you're from the
exit, Mohsin. Good.
Yeah, almost done, sir. Sorry, I was busy on job. This weekend for sure I will do. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we have holiday, right?
The video
EXIT, enter.
The video is recorded, so don't worry. You can go back and the day 5, day 6 is already uploaded. So you can connect again, Mohsin. Up arrow. Enter.
This one, right?
Yeah, this is the remote.
Clone it.
Okay, connected.
Okay, no.
Give the password.
So we need to connect to first host one.
So you see from before it was localhost.
Yeah.
Now it's localhost. So you are on the second machine. That's why I changed the host name so that when you go from one machine to other machine, at least you should see some difference. Okay, there is another small activity. I have shared a Word document. I have made it for you guys. Open it. This is the document. So what we want to do is, I have a host. No, leave it. I will tell you in a minute. Okay, so everybody just exit from host number 2 and come in your host 1. So everybody is seeing their host name as host 1 or no?
Sorry, which command? Sorry, Jishan. Host 1, right?
Yes, you are seeing your host 1 or it's still the local host. Just do exit one time.
Again localhost.
Connect again.
Even after localhost.
Yes, you have set your host name, so you need to log in again. Completely exit, log in again.
So
is it host 1? Everybody is on your host 1. No, init. We are not. I'm just telling you to close putty, not the machine. In Linux, you don't need to reboot for anything. It's not Windows. You install a package, you don't need to reboot. It's the Windows that requires reboot on everything.
We exit everything now. Log out, connection is closed. So what we need to do now?
Close your putty and connect again.
With the main...
Can I make new session?
Yes, you can make new session.
Okay.
But first close putty. You can close putty. You can have multiple sessions on your single machine.
Duplicate session.
Root. And
Okay.
Sir,
Now
someone is sharing screen, sir. We are not able to see the screen.
Oh no, now nobody is sharing. I was sharing before.
Yeah, sure.
Because if I share,
let me share. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is my new.
So this is your host one. So everybody should be at host one. Okay.
Yeah.
And everybody is here with me. So no issues. Okay. If I want to copy some file from this machine to the other machine, what I will do? I will use SCP. Okay, fine. Let's see.
Yes,
I have some file or directory. First of all, let's say I am in root. So I will touch a file, my file.txt.
sir, share your screen, sir.
Share your screen then, Jishan. Yeah.
I think I have shared it.
Yeah, now because there was two screens. Now we can see.
Okay, so touch my file. Now vi my file. And all okay. And I want to send this file, my file, to root @192.168.255.130:/ Okay, this is placed in my root directory, but I can place it anywhere. Let's say I can say home Zishan. So I have a file in my root directory, my file, and I want to send this file or copy this file to my second machine. So I will tell the username @IP address : the directory where I want to copy. So if I do this, it will ask the password and the file is copied. So if I go on my second machine, okay, what I can do is I can have a different session, so that new session. Go. 192.168.258.130. So this is my host 2. If I go in home Zishan, I have that file. Okay, so I have copied my file from my machine to another machine. Okay, so let's say I am now on my machine 1 mkdir backup. I will move the file, my file, to backup directory, and now I will try the same above command, and I will use backup. You know, it's a directory, so this will not work. Oh, yes, backup is not a regular file. So when you try to send your directory, what you will do is you will use the recursively -r switch. And if I go in my second machine, now I do the ls, so the backup folder is there, and whatever is in the backup folder, it is also there. Any confusion here?
No.
So that's how you copy and paste. It's not copy paste actually. You copy your file from one location or from one VM to the other VM. Got it?
Jishan, instead of IP, can we give a host name?
Yes, you can give host name if your host name is resolvable. Like, for example, I have host 2, right? Host2.com. Okay, very nice. Host2.com. Let's type host2.com. But I know host2.com is not resolvable. Okay, host2.com. Okay, it has gone to DNS. Oh, come on. Yes. Let's see what's happening. Nah, there is someone in the world whose IP address is 216.250.121.78 and the SSH is open and the name is host2.com.
Okay.
But what we can do is it has gone to DNS and it has asked what is the IP address of host2.com, and the DNS told that the host2.com is this IP address. Okay, we don't want that. So for our lab, what we will do is we will open etc hosts file and we will say 192.168.255.130 is host2.com or host2. So let's try that again.
Yeah.
That's bad. Actually, I have accepted yes, and now host2 possible DNS spoofing detected because the remote host identification has changed, because first host2.com was another host. Now you can go in root.ssh ls vi. No, you don't need to do it. I'm doing it. Okay, because so now let's try that again. Yes, and now I can go with root 123. I'm not sitting in root. That's why it's saying there's no directory, because in root there is no directory for backup. So you can use host2.com if your host name is resolvable through DNS, okay? Or you have the entry in your etc host file. What's the etc host file? If you are testing something like I was testing a host name, or I have assigned some host name and there is no DNS entry, you can always tell your operating system, go into etc host file, look if there is any entry there. If there is no entry there, go to DNS and then find a record for this entry. So etc host takes preference over DNS.
Yeah.
Correct? Or I was too fast?
No, got it.
You got it. So host2.com, host3.com, whatever, everybody has. I mean, there is someone who has already bought that domain, I guess.
So one question. Now we entered our host2 IP address in a host, right? So once if I want to connect to host2.com from Putty directly without IP address, can I enter host2.com because we already saved? Is that correct?
Sorry, come again.
So if we exit from this Putty, if I want to make a new connection from Putty to host2, so instead of IP address, can I just give enter the name?
Show me your screen and tell me what you are saying. I mean, I
no,
don't
in
get you.
your screen.
Okay, so who's talking?
So instead of IP address, can I in new session, can I just give the host2 name?
Host2 name if your host2 is set in your etc host settings.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yes, okay. if it is in the etc hosts, because the name should be resolvable to IP address. So that's the one thing. Okay, so now I have host1, I have host2. So I have shared you a document, this document. What you will do is you have a host A or host1 and you want to SSH host B, okay? What you do is SSH root @ IP address to log in, okay? So you go on your host A or your host1, run this command. When prompted for password, do not enter any password, okay? You want to do it now or you want to do it as an exercise?
You can show us.
I can show you, okay.
Yeah.
So you can do it later on host A. I will copy paste so that it's all working, and I have not, and I mean, so that's it. My key pairs are already generated, I guess. No, because my key pairs already existed. CD. Where this is CD. This and my key pairs are available. What? ID RSA pub and ID RSA. These are authorized keys and these are known host. When you press S, when you do SSH somewhere, it says the hash or the fingerprint of that machine is in this host file. So what I did was, there are two files, copy ID RSA pub to this location. Okay, let me zoom. So copy this file on your host B's this location, and then we can go on host B. So what I will do is, I will do scp my public IP to root at the rate of 192.168.255.130 root.ssh, and I can say I can rename it as host 1 underscore this. Okay, root 123. So it has copied it. Now I'll go to my host 2 and see if it's there. Root.ssh. Yes, host 1. So what I did, I performed actually two operations. I copied the file on the secondary side with a different file name, because there is already this file available here. So I told it this is the host 1's public key. And then I opened the Word document again so that I can tell you. I mean, copy means SCP. I was more generic in the morning, probably. So what I will do is cat means, oh, come on. Oh, it's okay, no worries. Cat host 1. Okay, what this command does is, you can read a file with cat or more. So I am reading this file, cat, this file, and append the output to authorized keys. Append means whatever is there, go at the end of the line, and whatever is in host1.id or .rsa.pub, add this to this document, authorized keys. Okay, so now I am going on my host 1 again, and I will tell it to copy this file. Before it was asking me the password to copy a file. It has not asked me for any passwords because its public key is registered in authorized keys of machine 2. So if I want to SSH it, SSH root at the rate 192.168.255.130. So done. I am in host 2. So this is how you can go from machine 1 to machine 2 without using passwords. Why I'm doing this? Because this is needed in coming classes. We will be needing a passwordless login. So that's how we log in from one machine to other machine without using a password. So now exit from the second machine. And let's say I want to log into SSH Zishan at the rate 192.168.255.130. It is asking me the password. Why? Because in my second machine, I am allowing this for my root user only. If I want to allow this for Zishan, so I will go in home Zishan unless -ali. Yes, I will create this folder .ssh here, and I need to repeat the same steps. I will copy the file and I have the file in root.ssh host 1. I can copy the file from that location to this location in Zishan. Okay, move the file from here host 1 to .ssh folder. I can go into .ssh folder and I can run this command, and I can tell the file name authorized. Let's try with this user again. I logged in. So for every user, you have to, if you have multiple users. Any confusion? And you can see I am as a non-root user. This $sign tells me it's a non-root user. I mean, am I connected or everybody's gone?
Yes, Jishan, we're here.
Okay. So any confusion here? You can tell me.
We need to practice one more time.
Of course, you need more time. You need to see from where I am copying the files. I mean, I had this file available in my root directory. So why to copy from host 1 again? So I copied it from my host 2 from the root directory, because the key will remain the same. So that's how you log in from one machine to another machine passwordless. So now, okay, I am at host 2. Yes. And I am with user Zishan. So let's see if I go in root, permission denied. Because I am a not root user, but I can go in home, Zishan. Yes, I can go in Zishan. I can touch my file to here. Yes, I can touch it. But if I want to touch a file at root, permission denied. So there is a concept of permissions, owners, users, groups. Let's say I cannot add another user, so I can exit. And let's see. ls. I have a directory called backup, and I want everybody, including, this is a backup. So ls minus al backup. This backup folder has owner root, and it has the group root. And what are the permissions on this directory? Read, execute. I mean, r means read, x means execute, r means read, execute. So I am going on the board again. Every file or folder has what? Some permissions. Who is the owner? And the group. So if I am logged in as root, if I create a file, it will be created as root and the group will be root. If I am logged in as Zishan, the owner of this file will be Zishan. And maybe Zishan is in Zishan group or some other group. Okay. Linux works with read, write, execute. What's the number for read? 4. What's for write? 2. What's execute? 1. So this is 7. Oh, this is 7. You combine it, you get the digit 7. Okay, if I want that this file should be, this is owner, this section tells you the owner, this section tells you the group, and this section to others. These are 3 sections. You can see when I can share the screen, or you can do ls minus ali and you will see these 9 dashes before every file. So if I want to say that the owner will have read, write, and execute action, the group should have read and write. Write and execute, right? That's it. Read, write, or no, write and execute for the group. I mean, okay, write and execute, and others can do not read and execute. Or what I can say is, anyone can do read, write, execute. Permission. This is a backup folder, and anybody can do read, write, execute. So I will say 777. 777. If it is 5. Read and execute. So 5. Read and execute. It's 5 and 5. If I want to say just read, You can go with 4.
7, 4, 4.
Any confusion here? So you just need to remember this thing. What's the value for read? What's the value for write? What's the value for execute? If I told you Linux words don't work with extension, if I have some script, I just can say, okay, well, we will do the practice here. I'm sharing the screen again. Okay, share. So I have this direct. This is my root backup directory, which has read write, which means who is the owner? Root is the owner. Root can read and write, and everybody else can read, but they cannot write. Okay. MKDIR ABC PD home. Yes, actually it's not allowing me to go in even in root directory. So that's the full permission denied. So now I can see that ABC file, I can go in, so we can do the test here. ls-ali. So the ABC is owned by root user. Even if it is owned by root user, what I can do is chmod -r777 ABC. I have changed the permission as u minus ZWSHA and Zishan. I will be in, go one step back. So cd ABC. Now touch file abc.txt. It's allowing me because now anybody can write to this direction. So if we want that, anybody can write to the file because it's some shared folder, or maybe it's I want everybody to send their logs to this directory. So we can do, 777 is the worst option, by the way, you can give to a file. The color has changed, ABC. So it's always better to give your directory. Don't give your directory the execute permission. So this is abc.txt. If I want to make it shell, chmod +x abc.txt ls-ali. This file is not now executable. You can execute this file. Execute means you can write some script inside it, and you can just run abc.txt, but it's not a script. Or you, let's say, let's see, vi.abc.txt inside du -h. For KB. We are not going into scripting. So very little discussion about files and owners. Okay. But I think you have an idea what file permissions are. This read, write, execute, read, write, execute. This is directory. So this is the owner, this is the group. And if I want to change exit, ls-ali. Okay, the group is root. This Zishan has Zishan as user, Zishan as root. So what I can do is chown, change owner from Zishan to, let's say, root. And the directory name is whatever the directory name. So I have changed the owner. So now ls-ali. So what was Zishan before now becomes root. And if I want to change the group to chgrp. So now ls-ali. So the Zishan is not owned by root, but it will cause problem for the user. So I will say chown Zishan colon Zishan. So I did change. First I changed owner, then I changed group, and we can do that in single command. We can first write the user and then the group and then the folder name or file name. Right?
Yeah.
So that's how you change owners, change group, you give file permissions, I suppose there is no confusion with the files permissions, right? 755, 644. What is 644? What is, if I say the permission is 666? Can someone tell me what does that mean? Hello.
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute.
Yeah, it's read write.
Read write.
For the owner, yeah.
If I say 644, what does that mean?
But the user read and write group is only read and others also read.
Perfect.
Yeah, means all the members who's accessing can read and write.
Harshada, you don't tell me. Anybody else can tell me what is 655? What 655 is? Anyone?
Oh, only for owner, only owner.
Only owner. I mean, what's the permission for the owner?
Read, write, execute.
Now,
it's just read write.
It's just read write. If it's read write execute, then it should be 7. 6 means 4 plus 2, 6. So it's read and write. What does it's 5 here? So it means 4 plus 1, 5. So read and execute. And for all others, it's read and execute. If someone is not getting the idea, I always ask, why are you silent? Why are you not there? So please do ask. And that's why I always recommend that keep your mics on unmute. So Yunus, let's see what is 555.
555 means like read, write, read and execute.
Read and execute.
Read and execute for everybody.
Read.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Group and others.
So you need to remember this. And you
means they cannot modify the files.
I mean, they cannot modify the files.
Yeah.
Yes. And there are some files which we give 600. What does that mean?
Just the owner has the access for read and execute. Read and write.
Read and write. No execute, just read and write.
Read and write, yes.
So this is my screen. So let's say I have a file, cdabc, and I see chmod 400 to abc.txt. So now vi abc.txt, and I want to save it, more abc. Yeah, I can save it. Even I have the read access. Then so no, root can do anything. It means root can do anything. I never thought I can give 400. So just read.
Can you try to delete? Can you try to remove that abc?
rm abc.txt. Yes. Yeah, it's gone. So root is the most powerful user. So
maybe because yeah.
There is a file, more etc shadow. So the root has the user ID of 0, the most powerful user, and Zishan is, I guess, 7. Yes.
No, still 0.
No, it's not. I think I have to check these columns where the user ID is.